Hello everyone, how is going on? I'm hoping that you all are good. So let's start with our today's topic. So I hope you all are having this PDF file. This is the first page of our book. This is our content. We're having first chapter as storage and memory devices. The second one, third one, so on. We can just go through it. In detail we will see each of them. So today we are going to have the first chapter as storage and memory devices. Okay, so in these chapters we are going to learn data and information, data storage units, types of memory, storage devices, computer port. Well, let's start with our first topic, data and information. So children, you all know that a computer cannot work on its own. We need to enter certain set of characters and instructions into the computer to make it work. This set of characters, like alphabets, digits, or special characters that represent facts or figures, is known as data. When this data is processed by the processing unit, that is CPU, it is known as information. Therefore, we can say data is a collection of raw facts and the figures, and the processed data is known as information. So I want to just tell you what is data. So data can be any number, any special characters, any alphabet, or the data means whatever the things, whatever the information user is giving to the computer, unprocessed data or raw data, it is called data. So data can be any number like 0 to 9, any alphabet, A to Z, any special character like hash, tag, at the rate, dollar sign, so many are there, percentage, so many are there. So all these are the data. And next is information. So information is when the data get processed by the CPU. Okay, when the data is processed by the CPU, that is called information. So CPU converts data into information. CPU converts raw facts, raw information into the meaningful information. These things we will see through one example. Example is given here. So children, you should remember that unprocessed data is meaningless, but when data is organized and converted into the meaningful information, it becomes useful. Right? Let's have example. Take a number 4, 5 and the sign of plus. So 4, 5 and plus sign. It is unmeaningful data. It is not a meaningful. When it comes meaningful, when you put 4 plus 5, that means that we have to do the addition of these two numbers. So this is a meaningful data. Next example is example from our daily life. Your father bought a cloth piece from the market and gave it to the tailor to stitch a shirt pant out of it. In this example, cloth will be the data, unprocessed data, and the shirt pant. After stitching whatever the shirt pant, that will be your meaningful data. So only the cloth, it is not useful, but once it is converted into the shirt or pant, you can wear it. So I hope you are understanding the difference. Next example is example in the context of computers. Your teacher wants to find the highest and the lowest score of your class. For this, she puts marks scored by each student in all the subjects in the computer and gives the required instruction to it. In return, the computer displays the highest and the lowest score of the class. Here, marks that were fed into the computer represents the data and the result written by the computer, that is highest and the lowest rank of the students in the class. So here marks is your data and the information, whatever the information we are getting from the data, that is who is the highest, uh, who's having the highest marks and who is having the least marks. So this is your information. So here I hope you are understanding the difference between your marks and your the rank holders, who's the first rank holder and who's the least mark holder. Next is, while booking at the railway ticket, you provide the details like a source station, destination, date of journey, and the number of persons traveling to the computer. This data is processed by the computer and you get the railway ticket. In this case, the details like the source station, destination, date of journey, and the number of persons traveling represents the data, and the ticket which you get represents the information. So whatever the information you are giving to the computer, that all are data, and whatever the information you are getting from the computer after processing from the computer, that is called your information. So here entering all the entities, that is your data, and whatever the final result we are getting, means you are getting tickets, that is your information. Now next we are having data storage units. Whatever we feed into the computer gets converted into the machine understandable code called the machine code. A computer can understand only two states, on and off. These two digits 0 and 1 are called binary digits or bits. The data is stored in the computer memory in the form of bits and it measured in bytes. Okay, so I just want to tell you, whatever the information you are putting in the computer, that first converted into the machine code. So here you are putting your information in the form of English or numbers or any special characters you are given. Either you are giving characters or number or special characters. But all these things, all the data which you are giving to the computer, it is not understand by the computer. Computer does not understand English or a number or word. It only understands in the form of 0 and 1. So first it converts your data, whatever the data you have given to the computer, into a number. Numbers like 0 and 1, not 2 and 3 and so many numbers. Whatever the number system we are having, computer does not understand those numbers. Computer only understands 0 and 1. So whatever the data it is storing in the computer in the form of 0 and 1. Okay, so 1 represents its on state and 0 represents its off state. So like everything we are having the measurement for keeping the things. Like if you are talking about the length, we are having the meters, centimeters. If you are talking about the volume, we are having liter, milliliter. If you are talking about the weight or the mass, we are having kg, um, gram, like this. So in the same way, for measuring the computer's memory, for finding out the computer memory, we are having the unit like this: bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Now we will see 8 bits combines and makes one byte. Like if you're talking about example, we can say 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1. This 8 bit makes one byte. Okay, and like this 124 bytes makes 1 kilobyte. 124 kilobyte makes 1 megabyte. 124 megabyte makes 1 gigabyte. 124 gigabyte makes 1 terabyte. 124 terabyte makes 1 petabyte. 124 petabyte makes 1 exabyte. 124 etabyte makes 1 zettabyte. 124 zettabyte makes 1 yottabyte. Okay, so now I hope you are understanding. Whenever you just see the information, nowadays everyone is using internet, so all the information, whatever the data you are using, the information about that, it is representing through the messages. They are giving you messages like this much of data you have used. In that you will see you have how much data you have consumed. Like it gives you in KB, it's give you in MB, it's give you in GB also. TV you are not using it till now. We are using the information on internet, or internet we are using till 1 gigabyte only. Okay, so you can calculate by using this chart. You can calculate how much data you are using in a single day on the internet. Okay, so you can find it out. If you want to find it out, like how many bits are there in 1 KB of data, so simply what you have to do is you have to multiply 124 by 8, and whatever the results you are getting, that will be that much bits you are using for storing the data. Okay, so I hope you understood this topic, the difference between the data information and the storage unit. So you will have the exercise on this. The first question you will have, what is data? Second question is, what is information? And the third is, learn the memory size which is given on page number 5. Means all this 8 byte is equal to 1 byte, and so on till 124 zettabyte is equal to 1 gigabyte. That you have to learn. Okay, now in next video we will see types of memory. So till then, enjoy your study at home, eat healthy, stay home, don't go outside, take care of yourself as well as your family. Thank you.